Hello everyone, I'm here to demonstrate my lab, and firstly we are going to start with the objective. This lab focuses on how to build a circuit that demonstrates the use of K-maps to simplify a function. And this is my function given. And in this lab we are going to look for the mass term and the midterm. And I started with the mass term. So this is my K-map for my mass term, and from my maps and for my K-map, this is the function. So this is my mass term right here. So the next step is for me to draw a systematic from this function. And when drawing a systematic, firstly we start with the parentheses, and then we start with the prime, then before we use the multiplication or addition, depends on the order of operation. So right here we have two parentheses, so we're going to start with the first parenthesis, and we have three variables a, c, and d prime. So we are going to start with the two variables, which is an a and a c, and in between an a and a c we have a plus sign. That's why we use a OR gate. And then the next variable is a d prime, so we use a NOT gate, and the input we had a d, and for the output we had a d prime. So for these three variables we have a addition sign in between them, so a plus c plus d prime. That's why we have a OR gate, and that give us this. And then we're going to move to the next parenthesis, which is a prime plus c prime plus d prime. So for the a prime we're going to use an inverter, which is something as the NOT gate, so which is inverting, because so that's why we have the input as an a, and since a NOT gate is an inverter, it's gonna output is gonna be an a prime, and a c for the input and a c prime for the output. And then since we have an addition sign, that's why we have a, for since an addition sign right here, so we're gonna use an OR gate. And then the next one is we have a d prime. Since we already have a d prime up here, so we don't need to draw another one, we just have to draw a line right here. So we have a prime, c prime, and d prime. And then so in between the three variables is a plus sign, that's why we have an OR gate right here. And the output is this, which is the same thing as this. And then the next order of operation is a multiplication sign between these two variables, and that's why we have an AND gate here. And then the next order of operation is a multiplication sign between these three, the b, this, and this. That's why we have an AND gate right here to give us the output, which is the same thing as this. So our next step is to draw this systematic on a multisim, and this is what my systematic looks like on a multisim. And then we're going to get our truth table, and this is my truth table right here. And then I'm going to build my systematic for my mass term on a breadboard, and this is what my systematic looks like when I built it for the mass term on a breadboard. And then we're going to verify if our truth table is right. So So we are going to start with the zeros. So the first row have 4 zeros, and right here, so we can see the lead didn't light up. So for the first row, the output is right. So we're going to move to the second row, which is 0011, and right here, see, and our lead hasn't lit up. That's to prove that this is right. And our next step, so I've skipped the first two, so we're going to work on that one. So now I already did the first row, so we're going to do the 0001. So 0001, so right here, and our lead hasn't lit up. So this 3 proves that my truth table for the zeros, for the output of zeros, is right. So right now we are going to move to the output of 1, and then we are going to start with 1 1. I think I might want to go with let me see, 1100. So 1100B. So the A and B is 1, and Y, the C and D is 0. So we're just gonna check this D back to 0. I was make sure that stuff is turned up, because so like this. So we have 1100. So let me turn the light on. See the, I don't know, my lid didn't brighten up, but you can see the little lights right here. So that's to prove that row 1100 is right. So the next one we're gonna try on is 1 1. Let's say 1110. 1110. So let me see. So we have so the C is a 0 right here. So 110. So which proof we can see my distance bright, so we can see that little lights right here. So this is right. Then we're just gonna try one more. 1101. 1101. So an A is so the A and B is a 1, and with a D and a 0 is on the C. So 1, so we're just gonna bring the D up here, right here, and move this. Let's see. My stuff aren't bright, so we can see that glow right here. And let me fit this thing in, sorry. So 1101. 1101. You can see that it's also, so this is right. So you're going to start, we're going to do the midterm next. So I'm going to pause the video for the midterm. Alright. We are now going next to the midterm, and this is our K map. This is our K map for our midterm, and this a function right here was gotten from this. So this is our midterm. So the next step was to draw our systematics for our midterm. And then so first we start with the parentheses, then we start with our notes, then we start with multiplication or addition. So depending on the order of operation. So right now we don't have a parenthesis. So the next one is a d prime. So we have d prime right here. D prime, when you have a d prime, is like you're going to use a NOT gate, which is an inverter. So that's why we have the inputs as d, and then which the inverter is going to make this a d prime, and then we have a b. B is right here. So in between b and d prime is a multiplication sign, and when we're using a multiplication, when we have a multiplication sign, we use an AND gate. That's why we have this here to give us the output as b d prime. So the next order of so the first variable is an a, a b, and a c prime. So we're just going to start with the first two variables, which is an a prime, which is an a and a b. That's what we have. This way we have the first variable an a and a b. In between the a and the b is multiplication sign. That's why we have an AND gate. And then the c is a c prime. So we have a c, we have the c prime. So we are going to use a NOT gate. So the input will be the c, and this NOT gate is going to invert it to have a c prime. And in between the a, b, and c prime is a multiplication sign. So all this coming together right here, that's why we have an AND gate, which is a multiplication sign. And then what the next order of the next one is the a prime plus b plus c. So for the a prime, we use a NOT gate, so the input being an a, and the NOT gate is going to, like an inverter, is going to give us an a prime. And the next one is a b. So I didn't show it. So since we already have a b, so this was supposed to connect to this, which was supposed to connect to this. So it's supposed to be a b. I'm supposed to draw this out because we don't want too much inputs. We don't want too much input, so it's gonna be a b right here, and then the next one is just a c. So we're gonna have this as a c. I know you might be asking that why didn't we say right here? So this was supposed to be together, so I don't want too much input, so say to b. So right here, so that will be, so in between the a prime, b, and c is a multiplication sign. So a prime right here, a b. So sorry, I'm supposed to say this. In between the a prime and b is a multiplication sign. That's why we have an AND gate right here to give us this. And then in between the three variables, a multiplication sign. So this right here, a b, a prime plus b, and this add up here to give us an AND right here. So that's why we have sorry, I didn't even put this stuff right there. It's supposed to be an a prime right here. A prime here, bc right here. And so in between b and a d prime and a, b, and c prime is an addition sign. And when we have an addition right here, we use a OR gate. So we use an OR gate right here. So and this is the output right here, which is the same thing with this. So now we're gonna do the output of this plus the output of this. Since it's a addition sign right here, so we're gonna use an OR gate. So this and this, I'll give us the final output, final midterm right here. So our next step is to draw this systematic on a multisim, and that's what I did right here. And then after that, I'm supposed to get a truth table, and this is my truth table. So I'm gonna take this, truth table. So the next step was to build this systematic on my breadboard, which I did, and this is what it looks like. So this is the systematic for my midterm. I didn't do this right, I already built it. So this is systematic for my midterm. So the next step is to verify the truth table. Oh yeah, so the first one is a 0, 0, 0. So when you have a 0, 0, 0, so okay, 0 and 0, 0, 0, the 4 variables. So when we turn the switch on, let's see. Let's put this shit anywhere. It didn't light up. So which confirm is right. Confirm is right. The next one is a 0, 0, 1. So the D is on the 1. It didn't light up. So this is right. So the next one is and then 0, 1, 0. 0, 0, 1, 0. So it didn't light up. So that shows that truth table for the third row is right, and the next one is 0, 1, 1. And still the lead is still off. So that shows that for the fourth line, the 0, 1, that's right. So we're gonna try the ones, verify the ones. So for the ones, we're gonna start with 1, 1, 1, 0. So we have A at 1, so we bring A up here. And so I don't know why this shit, why it's not coming on. Now this light is so dim. It's supposed to say bright up. So you can see the light right here. It is not bright. I see that bright, so to show that that is right here is right. Then the next one is 1, 1, 0, 0. So the C and D is gonna be on the 0, 1, 0, 0. You can see that's that light right here. Now this is not bright, so I'll just bring it closer so you can have a look. You can see that glow in there. So that's right. And the next one is 1, 1, 0. So So let me switch it on. You can see that blue in here, so that is right. So I know the next step like is to conclude. So after doing both my midterm and my master, you, after simplifying from my body functions, I could see that my objectives were met, which is of this is building circuits that demonstrate the use of K-map to verify in function. And overall, this lab gave me a better understanding of logic gates and K-maps, both the midterm and master truth table. So right here, this is the truth table for the midterm, and let me say right here, and this is the truth table for the master. They were all right. So we are right. That's given the same result as proving the truth table right. This I just showed you. And if the output was 1, the circuit will work, and if it was 0, the circuit will not work. Although I encountered some difficulties when the lead could not light up due to short battery voltage, I also kept the wire short to avoid jangles of wire so that the pins of the chips could be reached. I also made sure that the wires, these were tightly connected or tightly fitted, because that can also be a problem too. And I guess that's it.